Hello everyone. Today we are with Environmental Studies of Class 5, Chapter 7, Protecting Plants and Animals. In this, we shall study about interdependence between plants and animals. Human beings depend on animals and plants. All living things in the world depend on each other. Human beings depend on plants that we know for oxygen, food, clothing, medicines, etc. They also depend on animals for milk, meat, egg, etc. They help us in plowing our fields and pulling carts. Animals also depend on plants for their food. Plants also depend on animals for carbon dioxide. Classification of animals. Animals depend on plants directly or indirectly for their food. We can divide animals into 4 categories according to their eating habits. Yes, animals are classified according to their eating or food habits. One is herbivore. Herb, you know that grass, plants, etc. Herbivore animals that eat only plants are known as herbivores. For example, cow eats grass, sheep, goat, elephant, and deer. They are also known as primary consumers. So you need to learn this. What is known as primary consumers? Example of these animals and whom do we call herbivores? Define, fill in the blanks. Anything can be asked from here. Next is carnivore. Animals that eat the flesh of other animals are known as carnivores. For example, lion, tiger, etc. Some birds are also carnivores like eagle, vulture and kite. Next is omnivore. Animals that eat both plants and animal flesh are known as omnivores. Omni means both, plant and animals both. These animals are human beings and crow. Decomposers. Decomposers feed on dead plants and animals. They decay their dead matter and releases minerals in the environment which is absorbed by the plants, for example, bacteria and fungi. Next is carnivore and omnivores are called secondary consumers as they eat other consumers. They both depend on plants indirectly for their food. For example, a tiger eats goat and a goat eats plants for its survival. So directly the tiger is also dependent on plants. The process of eating one organism by the other and getting eaten by another organism is called the food chain. We can see in the food chain as the grass is the producer, grasshopper eats the grass is primary consumer, then frog eats grasshopper secondary consumer, then snake eats the frog is tertiary consumer, and eagle eats all these is final consumer. This is called food chain. You can make other food chain also in different manner. Also, animals are also dependent on plants for their shelter. Some animals live on trees like monkeys and birds. Animals like squirrels, snakes and insects live in the hole of the trees. Tiger, elephant, deer take shelter under the tree, that we all know. If we cut trees, it will make the animals' homes away. Yes, they will be homeless. Now, human beings also depend on plants Plants provide us food like vegetables, fruits, cereals, oil, nuts, etc. You need to learn all this. This is very important. They also provide us many medicines like aloe vera, tulsi, neem, etc. Many more medicines. We get cotton, paper, rubber, timber, etc. from plants. Plants provide us oxygen, also take in carbon dioxide. Plants depend on animals. Animals release carbon dioxide during the process of breathing. Plants use this carbon dioxide for making their food through photosynthesis. Children, you need to know what is photosynthesis. Animals also help in dispersal of the seed. Dispersal means with the wind, with the air, with the water, seeds are blown away from one place to another. That is called dispersal of seeds. Insects like butterfly, bees help flowers in pollination. Pollination means to say to grow again another plant. Plants also need animals for keeping a balance in nature. For example, if human beings kill all the tigers, no tiger will be left in the forest. The number of deers will increase. The deers will eat all the plants and no plant will be left. Think about this. And they will also starve. A change in the population of the animals in the food chain will disturb the balance in nature. Interdependence in the environment means they are interrelated, both are dependent on each other. The natural home and the environment of an animal and plant where it lives and grows is called its habitat. Different types of animals live at different places. The polar bear lives near the poles, which are very cold. It adapts itself to the environment. It has fur on its body to keep warm. Cactus adapts itself according to environment of the desert. It has long roots which help it to take water from deep in the ground. Our environment has two components, biotic and abiotic components. Biotic components include all the living creatures like human beings, animals, insects and plants. Abiotic components include all the non-living things like sun, water, air, etc. In this way, biotic components are the living beings and abiotic components are non-living things. Human activities disturb the environment. Yes, for housing, for this and that, we cut the trees and we disturb the environment. We really agree for that. But sometimes it is very important to do. But on the other hand, people are just for the sake of their entertainment, they are disturbing the environment. That is not good. Our Earth is the most precious planet in the solar system. It has everything that living beings need for survival. It gives us water, air, sunlight, and many more things that we need in day-to-day activities. Due to increase in our population, the demand for everything is increasing. We need more land to cultivate, to build houses. We are cutting trees to meet our demand, which has led to deforestation and soil erosion. Deforestation means cutting down of trees, and soil erosion means soil is being blown away by the water. Okay? Now let us do some exercise also to clear the concept, and after that protection of forest. It is very important to protect the forest. It is the need of the hour. Forest is home of birds, insects and wild animals. They help to keep the environment clean by taking in carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. The roots of the trees hold the soil together, thus preventing the soil from being washed away. This reduces soil erosion. People also depend on forests for fuel, fodder, timber, and leaf, litter for manure preparations. Cutting down trees means taking away the natural habitat from the animal. That is very bad. Since forests are so important for us, we must ensure that whenever a tree dies or is cut down, we plant another tree. Special festivals are celebrated to educate and encourage people to plant trees. For example, Van Mahotsavas are held at various places where trees are planted at the beginning of the rainy season. This is very good. Also, national parks and sanctuaries have been created by the government to protect forests. This is very important GK question and you should know. In 1973, a forest conservation movement started in India called the Chipko movement. It was initiated by Sundar Lal Bahuguna. The World Environment Day is celebrated on 5th June every year by the United Nations. These are very important to learn. Forests as national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Due to human beings, many animals have become extinct, गायब हो गए हैं, and are on the verge of extinction. और होने वाले हैं. You cannot see them, you cannot find them no longer. So the government has now started protecting the forest and animals by setting up national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Cutting off trees and poaching is not allowed in these areas. Poaching means hunting the animals. In our country, there are many national parks and sanctuaries. For example, Jim Corbett National Park, which was established to protect tigers. There are many more examples for this. Now, World Wide Fund for Nature, WWF. It is an international organization that works to create awareness and protect wildlife. It was set up to stop the degradation of the planet's natural environment and to build a future in which humans live in harmony with nature by conserving the world's biological diversity, ensuring the use of renewable natural resources is sustainable, promoting the reduction of pollution and wasteful consumption. Our Earth is the only planet where life is present. We all must join hands to protect it in every possible way. Herbivores. Let us revise all the main points. Herbivores, animals that eat only plants, are known as herbivores. You can make a web chart also with that to clear your concepts. Carnivores, animals that eat the flesh of other animals, are known as carnivores. Omnivores animals that eat both plants and animal flesh, are known as omnivores. Decomposers fed on dead, decaying plants and animals. These decomposers speed up the decaying process that releases minerals in the environment, which is absorbed by the plants. Food chain. The process of eating one organism by the other and getting eaten by another organism is called food chain. Biotic components. Biotic components include all the living creatures like human beings, animals, insects and plants also. Abiotic components include all natural and non-living things like sun, water, air, etc. Children, you need to learn all this. Can be asked as a question, can be asked as a define the following, or in form of fill in the blanks or any other way, but these are very, very important to learn. Things to remember. Human beings and animals depend on plants for their survival. Plants depend on animals There are two components in our environment, biotic and abiotic components. Due to human activities, the environment is getting disturbed. The government has set up national parks and wildlife sanctuaries to protect flora and fauna. Let us do the exercises also from here. Take the right ones. You must have read the lesson very carefully, solve all these, and then fill in the blanks, circle the odd one out. Then after, let us see here long answers, short answers and high order thinking skill. This is very important for EVS to do. High order thinking questions. Adya and Tanu found the gardener burning all the dead leaves. They told him not to do. They requested him to bury the dead leaves in a pit. Can you tell why? Why? Because these will be decomposed and will make as the compost. Okay? Can be used as khad. Life skills. As human beings, it is our duty to protect our environment. Yes, this is very, very important and good for us. If you are doing so, we should stop all the activities which harm the environment and plant more trees to keep a balance in nature. We can keep the discussion in the class. Children will actively participate in this. Collect information about some national parks and sanctuaries in India. Make a report on that they have seen, not seen, what is it famous for, which animals are found there. Yes, they can make it, and this is very good for their knowledge too. In this way, we have learned this lesson. We have understood. Thank you. Have a nice time. Do not forget to like, subscribe my videos and wait for my next videos also. I hope you have seen my previous videos also. Thank you. Have a nice time.